I'm out here. I'm actually in my old park, but I'm out in the woods up on a pretty high cliff I had to climb up to get up here. But down here, I know it's about 3 inches. It's either a 1919 or a 1930 something. It's hard to see. I'm gonna have to check it. It's just a wheat penny, but it's a pretty old one. But somebody said there used to be an old log cabin up here, but I don't see anything that would even remotely look like there was a cabin up here. But I'm gonna putz around. I'm waiting for a friend to text me, and he says he thinks he knows where they used to actually swim in one of these lakes. He found a postcard that showed the beach, like the bathing beach they called it. So we're gonna see if we can find that later. But the area where it's at, I know I've seen another guy over there, so we'll see. Maybe he missed something. But I'll get back to you if I find anything else. I already got, there was a nickel and a dime sitting right on the surface, which was kind of weird. But there's actually like paths through here. People jog up these cliffs and back down, so it does get used. There's some newer junk too. But I'm gonna keep looking. I didn't find anything, but this is a kind of a cool view. That's right behind that tree there is where I got that wheat penny, and then there's a creek down there. There's some rocks here. That cliff isn't even as steep as the one I had to climb up. I probably should have gone that way. But there's the creek down there, one of the creeks that run through here. I never actually hunted in woods before. This is kind of nice. I just don't know about ticks. I don't know if the ticks are still around or if they're around all year long. The mosquitoes aren't bad. I haven't seen any mosquitoes, so that's good. So, alright, I'll get back to you. Alright, it's about 20 minutes later. I've got a, what was it, let me look. 1339, about 5 or so inches. Ended up being another weedy, but they're so dark. I can't read them. I gotta clean it up. But that's the second weedy at least. So at least there's stuff here, but now these mosquitoes are starting to get to me. Of course I said something, now they're starting to bite. So I'm hoping my friend texts me here pretty soon. But I'll get back to you if I get something else. This is a new day, a new location. I'm at this pavilion here. It's used by reservation only, but nobody's here, so I figured I'd pop around. I just got a 57, I think, wheat, and it was down exactly 8 inches. You can see right where the spot was, right there by my taped finger. But that was solid 8 inches, and I scratched the back of it. But at least it's old. Keep going. Just got my second weedy. This one was about 6.5 inches. It was a 41 plain. But that one I pinpointed off. It was way in the corner, but it was giving me a weird signal. It gave me more of an Indian head. That's why I dug it. I wouldn't even have dug it if it didn't show. It was like a 1235, 1535. So, anyways, keep going. Alright, it's about 20 minutes later. I've got 3 wheat pennies out of here. Nothing terribly old. And then I kind of circled around right over, about right here. There was a pretty fresh plug. It was kind of a shallow one, but I ended up kind of circling back up because I figured maybe somebody was sitting around the pavilion. So I came back down around here. I got kind of a funny signal. Dug down about maybe 5 inches. Got a rosy. Don't want a foot. There we go. Looks like it's a plain. It's hold on. 46 plain. So we'll keep going. I've been here about maybe 45 minutes. I don't have a lot of time, so I gotta stay close to home. That's why I didn't go too far into the park. So I'll get back to you if I get something else. Yeah, I got a pretty good Coming up like dime, all the way up to quarter sometimes, showing about 6 inches. It's got a pretty high Ferris number, 18 to 22, but pinpoint's decent. So we'll do a live dig. It might just be a dime, but we'll do a live. I'll get right back to you. Oh, jeez. Of course, now that I do a live dig, I hit the hardest part of the ground. I'm getting up near the trees now by the woods here, so it depends. Roots. I sure hope you can't see the hole in my crotch. I was climbing over the fence post to get in here, and I tore about a 5-inch hole, almost from stem to stern. See if we got anything yet. That's giving me like a 44, but you dug dimes lower than that. Time I put the dang pin pointer in, it gets lower. Now it's 43. That's alright, we've dug dimes lower than that. There it is. Silver dime. Ooh, that looks real shiny. You dirty girl. Another rosy. We'll take it. Oh no, it's a mark. Let me check the date. It's getting too dark out here. Like a 45. Nothing fancy. Jeez, oh, this one's actually got a mint mark. I don't think I ever dig marks with mint marks. It's got a nest mint mark. But I don't think a 45S is anything fancy. So, alright, I'll check the hole and get back to you if I get anything else. It's 2 silvers today. 2 in about, what, 10 minutes. I'll get back to you. Since that Merc, I dug, I think 2 more Wheaties and a Memorial. It was my first Memorial, but this 50 something, it's a 57, so it's not an old one. That thing wasn't even an inch deep. This is my plug. I thought it was just going to be like a Memorial, but ended up being another wheat. It's getting dark now. I'm under these trees, so I'm kind of just heading back towards the car now, which is right there. So we'll see if I get anything else. Alright, I got a pretty nice high tone here. It's giving me like a dime, but then we'll sometimes jump down to a 44, sometimes up to a 46, showing about 6 inches. So I'll dig it up. I'll do a live dig. I gotta get the tripod out though. Alright. I probably gotta go after this. It's getting dark and I'm starting to get creeped out. Hearing stuff in the woods right behind me, or right in front of me now. Right behind you. I ended up swinging back over this because I lost a pinpoint when I went to get my tripod out, so actually this time it was coming up. I was getting a lot of knolling, so we'll see. showing 846. And now it's 43. Let's see. Sounds good though. Sounds real nice. I just can't see anything anymore. It's getting too damn dark out here. But I haven't been out in probably almost a week. So I was getting cabin fever. At the bottom. I got a root like right there too. Nope. Ah, looks like it's a weedy. Pretty green one. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to see the date. It's too damn dark out here, but it's a weedy. That's 3 in about a 3-foot square here. Alright, I'll get back to you. I ended up rescanning the dirt pile. And there was another weedy in there. So that might have been why it was such a high tone. But we'll keep going. Yeah, I'm going to do a quick wrap up from the last 2 hunts I was on. Actually, this is just the trash I dug yesterday. I was out for about an hour and a half in a new part of the park that I hadn't hit. There wasn't really any low tones. I got a bottle cap and that was about it for low tones. And I got that rusty nail. And it's just some piece of plastic with a piece of metal attached. So I was only out maybe an hour and a half tops. But before that, about a week ago, I was up in the woods and got these 3 wheats, 1918, 19, and 36, and then this one I got at a spot that was, my friend told me he thought was an old bathing beach, which we checked it out, and that's about all I got was that one no-date wheat. I think it's just been, I think the lake's been dug out further and everything's gone from there now. But then we went and just checked out this old football field. We were there for 10 minutes and I got a 42 Merc, but they were practicing and the ground up there was just clay. I mean, that dime wasn't even 3 inches, but it was the dirt was so hard I gotta wait till it softens up a little. And then yesterday was back at the new section of the park, and like I said, I was there an hour and a half, and I got, what, 8 wheats? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. I mean, nothing real old, 41 being the oldest. I got that one memorial. That was the only new thing I dug, and that was a 64. So, and I got that 46 plain rosy. And then I got a 45S mercury dime. So there was I did see a plug though, so somebody else has been there and it was still able to be flipped over, so it must not have been that old. But I'm definitely going to go back there. I made basically 1 pass out and 1 pass back. I didn't even make the pass back because it was getting so dark, as you probably saw in the video, and I was getting a little creeped out. So I might try to hit it Monday for a couple of hours while my 4-year-old is in preschool, because it's close to his preschool. So happy hunting. Hope you guys find some good things too.